Hello everyone, in this video I am going to explain the intro of Terraform. First of all, Terraform is a infrastructure as a core product from HashiCorp. In this video I am going to use Terraform to create a VPC, ECS, also their pipeline, and load balancer, security group in Terraform. So first of all, I am going to explain VPC. VPC is a logically associated virtual network that is dedicated to an AWS account. This virtual network closely resembles a traditional network that yet operate in your own data center, with the benefit of using the scalable infrastructure of AWS. In VPC, here I create my VPC with the name of Terraform VPC, and also their subnets like a public subnets, private subnet. So in public subnet there is a subnet is a range of IP address in your VPC. You can launch AWS resources into a specified subnet. In this case we are creating a public subnet that can be accessed by the internet. And here this is my private subnet that is not accessible by the internet. That's why the name is private subnet. Now there is a route table also. In a route table contains a set of rules called routes that are used to determine whether network traffic from your subnet or gateway is directed. Now there is association of subnet with the route table. And last there is an internet gateway. Internet gateway is horizontally scaled, radiant and highly available VPC component that allows communication between your VPC and the internet. So that's all about in my VPC. So now next there is a variable.tf. So in variable, input variable serve as parameter for a Terraform module, allowing aspects of a module to be customized without altering the module's own source code, and allowing modules to be shared between different configurations. Now next there is a security group. A security group act as a virtual firewall for your instance to control inbound and outbound traffic. When you launch an instance in a VPC, you can assign up to 5 security group to the instance. Security group act as the instance level, not at the subnet level. So this is my security group ingress rules, and with the ingress and egress rule. So this is my port CDR block. That's all in my security group. Now next there is a S3 bucket. This is my S3 bucket. The artifacts is stored in this S3.tf. Now this is my bucket with the name ECS Terraform. Now next there is my load balancer. Now load balancer is are used to increase capacity and reliability of applications. They improve the overall performance of applications by decreasing the burden on servers associated with managing and maintaining application and network session, as well as by performing application specific tasks. So this is a use of load balancer, and this is my name app LB is my name of my load balancer. So here I attached a target and a listener in it. So now target group is used to route requests to one or more registered target. When you create each listener rule, you specified a target group and conditions. When a rule condition is met, traffic is forwarded to the corresponding target group. You can create different target group for a different type of requests. For example, create one target group for general request and other target group for request to the microservices for your application. So this is my target group, and Here this is my listener, this is all in my load balancer. Now next there is a ECS. ECS service specifies how many tasks of the application should be run with the task definition and desired count properties within the cluster. The launch type is forget, so that no EC2 instance management is required. The task will run in the private subnet as specified in the network configuration block and will be reachable from the outside world through the load balancer as defined in the load balancer block. Finally, the service should not be created until the load balancer has been. So the load balancer listener is included in the depends on. So next in task definition, to prepare your application to run on Amazon ECS, you create a task definition. The task definition is a text file in JSON format that describe one or more containers up to a maximum of 10 that form your application. It can be thought of a blueprint for your application. Task definition specify various parameters for your application. Examples of task definition parameter are which containers to use, which launch type to use, which pods should be open for your application, and what data volume should be used within the container in the task. So this is my task definition. Now the ECS service, so now there is also an ECS service. ECS service is used to run and maintain a specified number of instances of a task definition simultaneously in an Amazon ECS cluster. So here is a network configuration with subnet security groups assign a public IP. Now there is also load balancer I attached. Now also I attached load balancer in my ECS as I discussed. Now IAM is a AWS, there is IAM. Now IAM is a AWS identity and access management. Is a web service that helps you securely control access to AWS resource. You use IAM to control who is authenticated, sign in, and authorized to use resources. That's why we use an AWS role. So here it is. Now next there is a pipeline. Let's start with the pipeline. Pipeline is a pipeline help you automate step in your software delivery process, such as initiating automatic builds and then deploying to Amazon EC2 instance. You will use AWS Core Pipeline, a service that build, test, and deploy your code every time there is a code changes based on the release process models you define. So this is my pipeline with the name of code pipeline and next there is a policy and as we all know, in pipeline there is a 3-step source, build, and deploy. So this is my source from GitHub, and this name, source, category, owner, that is third party, provider my GitHub version 1. Now now next there is a owner, my GitHub username, and repo Node.js application that I am going to deploy in ECS. So this is. Now next there is a build. This is my build with the name ECS. This is my deploy process. That's all in my pipeline. So In this video I explored how we can create a complete VPC with Terraform, VPC, ECS, IAM role, load balancer, pipeline. There is a provider variable, then VPC, load balancer, ECS, and this all with the help of Terraform.